is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. Today we're going to talk about the resurgence and the resurrection and the Derrick Rose is back. He looks healthy. He looks confident. But before I go to this video, I'm going to let y'all know ahead of time I got another NBA rookie analysis breakdown when I take footage and break down the player game and get my final thought to the player. We're going to do a rookie analysis on Alonzo Trier. He a guy that has a lot of potential and a guy that has showed a lot of promise and a lot of heart. And I'm going to make a breakdown on him to give you guys how I feel about him. I never covered him, never made a video about him before. And I actually don't talk about him at all this whole year. So I think this would be a good time to talk about him since he's doing so well in New York. But right now, we're going to talk about the guy y'all clicked the video for, Derrick Rose, a guy that a lot of people wanted to see him win. People call him Knee Rose because his knees went out. He couldn't play. Even when he couldn't play, he still went out there and played 100%. Try to go out there and do his best. Even when you look at his last couple of days in Chicago, it was injury riddled, but he still tried to go out there and help his teammates win. Even when he went to the Knicks, he was able to average 18 points a game, letting you know that he still has something left in the tank and that he can potentially get back to an all-star form. Now, will Derrick Rose ever become a superstar? I think that's so far out, but I like that he has not given up on his NBA career. I like that he's continuing to fight. He's a guy that's been able to stay healthy so far this season, and he has made a huge, enormous impact on this Minnesota team. They won a lot of games, even when he went for 50. I didn't want to jump on a bandwagon because I wanted to see if Derrick Rose can consistently keep up this pace and stay healthy, which he hasn't been able to do. So now that he's been able to pass all those tests, I wanted just to make a video to give him some credit on his heart, his desire, and his will to want to be great. He came back from some gruesome, tough, career-threatening, career-ending injuries, and he has been able to fight through all the adversity. A lot of people talk trash about him, make fun of him, gave up on him, and said he was done. He went from fighting off the bench to getting a spot with the Wolves and making the best out of it in the playoffs against the Houston Rockets, having a good season, a good series, as good as you can get for a guy that a lot of people don't even game plan for anymore because he fell off that hard. And to take that run that he had against Houston and to come into this season playing with a guy that's an All-NBA and an All-Star player in Towns and coming off the bench on top of that, he has really shown that he can still be a starting level point guard on the right team in the right system. Maybe he can make it to the All-Star game. You can average 19 points a game. That's tough to do, especially when you go through the things that he has been through injury-wise and the multiple knee injuries and his loss of athleticism. But in the month of October, he averaged 18 points and 5 assists with 4 rebounds while also shooting 44 from the field and 34 from 3. As far as November, he's averaging 20 points in November, giving you 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 96% from the free throw line, even though he only attempted 3 a game. But he's giving you 4 3-point shots a game, a shot that he never had in the beginning of his career, a shot that he could never rely on, something that he kept trying to develop, something that he kept trying to improve on, but just couldn't get there. Now you can see he putting in a lot of work to shoot 4 threes a game and made 56% of them for the whole entire month. That's hugely impressive, and considering that he had 25 points, 2 threes made out of 2, and also shot 64% from the free throw line at the Brooklyn Nets. He took advantage and brutalized their defense, and he was efficient. The last couple games, he averaged 25, 20, 18, and 17. And the game that he missed before then, he was averaging 21, 21, 31, 21. The worst game he had was against the Warriors, where he played 5 minutes and only got 3 points, but he didn't even play the whole game, and ended up mixing the next one. Then he came back and went on a tear. As long as this guy stay healthy, he's going to be a threat for this team, and he's going to give a lot of mismatch problem because he's a guy that can play the one or two because he can play off the ball now because he can shoot that three, but he also still has the aggression and he has go-to moves that he know he can make at any time, like the step back jumper, like the pull-up jumper. These are things that he continued to try to add, but never could do it because he kept fighting injuries and he had to continue to rehab instead of working on his game to get better. He had to work on getting his body back right so that way he can come back and play another healthy season, which he wasn't able to do. But fighting through all that rehab, having the off season to really fulfill and work on your game instead of trying to recover from an injury was a big thing for Derrick Rose. And he even did that with the New York Knicks season. Like I said, averaging 18 points a game that year. Showed that he can still play in the NBA level and be a solid starter. Now, Jeff Teague is a prime example. There's a lot of point guards in the NBA right now that's barely hanging on to their spot, and they need somebody that can go out there and create their own shot and collapse the defense like Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose can still go one-man fast break. He still can get the first step and get to the basket with a floater or even sometimes with a nice finish around the rim like he used to. He don't do it as much as he used to. He shows flashes, but the fact that he doesn't have to rely just on getting to the rim is a huge and incremental part of his game because that's basically what his game was predicated of. Hitting floaters and getting to the rim because he couldn't shoot. And that shows you how great this player was when he was healthy because for him to give you 25 points a game and shoot a decent percentages from the field besides three shows you how great of a finisher and how great of an attacker that he was and how much pressure that he puts on defenses when he has the ball in his hands because you have to stop him, and if you don't, he's just going to pass it out, and if you try to play for the pass, he's just going to blow past you and get a layup or a dunk. And now he's even getting to the free throw line more than he used to the last couple of years. Remember, people was writing Derrick Rose off when he came off the bench for Cleveland, saying he's done, it's over. And for him to come back with this resurgence and with this new mentality and with this jump shot that looks like it's going. That's why I said I had to wait a little bit longer to make a video about him. But now it looks like it's real. Derrick Rose seems like a legitimate scorer. And if he can continue to stay healthy this season, I can only see him building upon this season and having a lot more confidence going into next year after this season, showing that he's coming off the bench and he's making a huge impact on this team. And Tom Thibodeau was a guy that helped him get to the MVP level. Even when Derrick Rose missed games, he was still able to carry that team and help them win games. But out of the 17 games Derrick Rose has played this year, he only started 5 of them, and he's averaging 48 points, 47 from three, 85 from the free throw line. Three rebounds, 4 assists, and 19.4 points a game. The last time he averaged over 19 points was only his 4th season, which was the 2012 season. And that was the last time he averaged 20 points a game, and he's almost there, and he's only getting 30 minutes a game. Now, that's a lot of minutes per game, honestly, especially for somebody coming off the bench. But that's the last time he averaged 18 points. He averaged over 30 minutes a game, and that was with the New York Knicks, where he shot 15 shots a game, and he's right about there coming off the bench, averaging 14.8 shots a game. But it's not even about him taking a lot of shots. It's him doing it in an efficient manner, and that's something that, even with the reliable jump shot now, that's something that we really didn't see him coming in with the aggressiveness, coming in with the attack mentality. When he played for teams like the Cavaliers, he had a decent season. And when he played with the Wolves last year, he got picked up but didn't really make an impact until they made it to the playoffs. Derrick Rose seems like he still want to be proven. He want to prove the doubters wrong. He wants to come back from his energy. He wants to regain some form, which he is doing this year. But not only that, he wants to put the world on notice that it's not over yet. He still has a chance to make it to the Hall of Fame if he can just get into the right situation like he did with the Minnesota Timberwolves and get in the right system like I started off the video. If he can really find a coach that believes in him, trusts in him, it can get him easy opportunities where he doesn't have to try too hard to score or force up shots, which can lead to injuries. I can definitely see him being a 20 to 22 point scorer, maybe even 23 if he can get a lot of free throw attempts. And I think that that's something that the fans want to see. We don't want to see Derrick Rose injured. We don't want to see him not playing. We want to see him succeed. We want to see him in the Hall of Fame. We want to see him back on the All-Star game because we never wanted. Ain't like we turned against him. The injuries took Derrick Rose away from us, and we want him back. And that's why you seen a lot of people happy and going crazy when he shot average, put up the 50-point game. A lot of people was happy. A lot of people was making videos. Everybody was talking about it. Derrick Rose wants to show that he still has a lot left. He's only 30 years old, and like he's 37 years old, and his career dwindling down. He still has a lot of youth now, and a lot of these players are lasting longer in the NBA because of resting and because of the minutes and because the game became more perimeter oriented. And I feel like if he can continue to trust his jump shot, believe in himself, and continue to put in the work, I don't see why he can't have a resurgence and get back onto the All-Star team. Now, he might not do it in the Western Conference, but if he can go back to the East and get a lot of minutes like he's doing now and what he did in the Knicks, he still can be a solid contributor to an All-Star caliber contributor, and he's proven that this season with the minutes and the touches that he's getting, and he's doing that at all-time efficiency from the free throw and from the three-point line, and even the resurrection from the field. So let me know what you guys think about Derrick Rose. Do you think that he always had it in him? He just needed to get an offseason to get healthy, to work on his body, to get some shots up, to rehab, but also just focus on getting better, focus on adding to his game. He hasn't really been able to do that since his sophomore or junior season when he actually got toe up with the injury. So I'm happy to see him healthy. I'm happy to see him playing the way he's playing. I'm happy to see that he can potentially get his career back on track and try to make a run at the Hall of Fame, or even try to make a run to make a couple All-Star appearances before it's all said and done. We with you, Derrick Rose. We don't want to see you down. We don't want to see you hurt. We don't want to see you out of the league. We want to see you playing well, doing well, and contributing to a playoff caliber team like you're doing now. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for fighting. Thanks for not giving up. And I love the fact that one of my favorite players I grew up watching in high school is actually going out there and still showing that he has a little bit more left in the tank and he can do it at a high level, especially given the minutes. And he actually showing that he can run offense. He's still not the passer that he should have became. But right now, he just got to take it step by step, and be blessed that he has been able to get another opportunity with the Wolves to showcase his talent, and he's taking full advantage of that. I'm happy for you, Rose. I'm rooting for you, D. Rose, and I can't wait to see if you can continue to build upon this season and finish it strong, and also have another chance to prove that you can be a starting caliber player on a team that's in the playoff race, and you can still put up numbers and help that team win without being too selfish and without being too hero ballish like he's doing in Minnesota. He's still playing within the system. He's attacking at the right times. He's picking his spots, but they need him to be aggressive, and that's what he made his name from, is being the aggressor, a person that put pressure on the defense and collapses it and makes them, get off balance so he can help his teammates get easier baskets. And I'm happy that Tom Thibodeau picked him up and didn't give up on him. And now we seeing Derrick Rose playing back to form, and hopefully he can build upon this season. So let me know what you guys think. Is he washed up? Is this just luck? Is it just because the defense didn't figure him out? Do you think he overrated, underrated? Do you think that this is just fun to watch because it's good to see Derrick Rose healthy and playing at a high level? Or do you feel like, yes, my favorite player is back? Derrick Rose, he's going to be an all-star in the next couple seasons and maybe even make a chance to get to the Hall of Fame, something that looked darker and darker as the last 3 years played out, but is looking like a real possibility now after seeing how he's playing in New York in this season when he gets the minutes and he gets the touches and the coach gives him the keys and the green light to do what he can do. And right now, he's playing at an all-time high level, and hopefully he can continue to build upon this year and do even better by the end of the season. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy for all his fans, and I'm happy as being a fan seeing them healthy. So at the end of the day, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Get your analysisplayground.com gear on my Facebook page. You can message me on Facebook and I get it shipped out to you. Or you can go to my Spreadshirt, which will be in the comment section in the description below. Click the link and send you to my Spreadshirt. There you can find t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies, even things like water bottles, cell phone cases, even pillowcases, even something like a mouse pad. Thanks for supporting the brand, buying items, buying clothing, and also liking the videos and showing support. And also check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. That'll be in the description and link will be also in the comment section below. And Quinn Wade basketball analysis, I'm gone. Let me know if you think Derrick Rose is back or this is just him and Tom Thibodeau rekindling the magic. Also, don't forget, I'm going to drop the Alonzo Trier tomorrow. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And also, if you're looking forward to that Alonzo Trier, you can tell me what a video you want to see next. I broke down a lot of rookies, so check out my older videos on my channel. I do breakdowns where I break down real footage of a player, and I also do topics like this that's hot, free agency, and everything. I cover everything NBA basketball. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. Quinn Wade basketball analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about Derrick Rose.